Hi, welcome again to Phoenix English. Today's lesson is a grammar lesson, and it's about words or expressions that are very often confused or mixed up. We are going to look at so that, so something that. Usually so adjective or so adverb that. Before we look at what usually gets mixed up and how the things get mixed up and the confusions, let's do a quick review of what all of these expressions or words mean, or how they're used. We're going to start with so. Now, so has quite a few functions. One is to agree. Okay, so you say, I love English. That's why you come to Phoenix English, right? So do I. I love English. That's why I come to Phoenix English as well. So I agree with you. So do I. To refer to. I think that something is beautiful. I think that that woman is beautiful. Well, if you think so, you should go talk to her. So means referring to what I just said. If you think so, if you think she's beautiful, go speak to her. It stands in the place of something that was already mentioned and understood. As a quantifier. Basically, so means very. I am so hungry means I am very hungry. Okay? All we do is we quantify it. We make it stronger, more intense, very. So much, so many just means a lot. So few means a few, very little. Again, it's like a quantifier. I'm just giving you more quantity or less quantity, or more degree or less degree. Now, this is the one we want to focus on. So as a conjunction, because this is what creates confusion. So as a conjunction. Basically, we use it like because. Except because is an adverb clause conjunction. We use an adverb clause. So is a coordinating clause joining two independent clauses. Okay. I was late, so I missed the meeting. It basically shows you a result of something that came before. You could say, because I was late, I missed the meeting. I was late, so I missed the meeting. So this is a coordinating conjunction joining two independent clauses and shows you result. So that. So that is an adverb clause marker or an adverb clause conjunction. It shows purpose. Remember, an adverb clause joins two actions in the independent clause and in the adverb clause. And it's the relationship between the clauses is purpose. So whatever comes after so that shows the purpose of what you did in the previous clause. Here is an example. I worked overtime this week. Why? So that I could take time off next week. So this is the purpose of this. Remember, adverb clause, there is always going to be a relationship between the adverb clause and the independent clause. That relationship is one of purpose. Lastly, we have so adjective, so adverb that. Now, this is a bit of a combination of the two. You have a quantifier, so you're making this very something. And you want to give a little bit extra information. What does this mean? You want to complete the meaning of this. Let's look at this example. I am so tired that I might pass out. Now I could say, I am so tired. This is a complete sentence. You don't need any more. I have the quantifier, I have the adjective, I've completed my meaning. But I want you to understand how tired I am. Very tired is not enough. I want you to understand more. I want to complete this meaning, so I add another clause. We call this a that clause, a complement clause. It completes the meaning. I am so tired that I might pass out. Okay, that's how tired I am. Now, you notice I put that in brackets. In these types of sentences, that you can take out. I am so tired, I might pass out. It's understood. The point is, don't confuse this so with this so conjunction. This is not a conjunction. Now we understand all these things. The question is, how do these get confused and how can you avoid confusing these? Let's look at some examples. Okay, now let's look at some example sentences using each of these expressions. Bill worked hard, so he was promoted. Promoted means given a higher title or a better position in a company. Bill worked hard so that he would be promoted. Bill worked so hard that he had to be promoted. Now, each of these sentences is grammatically correct, and each one has its own meaning. The meanings are different. Okay, they're related, but they're different. Let's look at each one separately. Bill worked hard. The result of this hard work was that he was promoted. Because he worked hard, he was promoted. Okay, hard work, promotion is the result. Bill worked hard so that he would be promoted. Now, Bill wants to be the president of the company. How will he become the president? He will work hard. So he worked hard because he wanted to be promoted. He would be. Okay? This was the purpose for this. This was the result of this. So you notice we have the same verb and adverb. Same verb and adverb. This was the result of this. This was why he did this. Bill worked so hard that he had to be promoted. What does it mean, had to? It means the company had to give him a promotion because he worked harder than everyone else. So he almost left them no choice. Bill worked so hard. Everybody worked hard, but Bill worked so hard. They need to complete the meaning of so hard. That he had to be given a promotion. He had to be promoted to complete this meaning, so hard. So now you see the differences between them. But wait, let's look at another example. I want to show you something else. Jill is smart, so all the boys like her. Boys like smart girls. Jill is smart. The result of her being smart, they like her. Because she's smart, they like her. This is her situation. Notice I have a be verb here. Jill studies regularly so that she can beat the boys. Jill is very determined. She's very ambitious. She wants to be better than the boys. So, she studies regularly. Why? So that she can beat the boys, get a better position, or do better on tests. One thing you must realize right away or notice right away is that here I'm using an active verb. I can't use a be verb. Why? Because I'm using an adverb clause that has a relationship with an active verb, with an action. There's a relationship, so I have to use an active verb here. Here, I'm back to the be verb. Jill is so smart. Jill is very, very smart. Okay, so that all the boys are afraid of her. She's so smart that she scares the boys, or that the boys are afraid of her. This completes the meaning of this. If you say she's so smart, well, lots of girls are very smart, right? But she's so smart that all the boys are afraid. Other girls are very smart, but the boys are not afraid of them. She's so smart that they're afraid. Now, one thing you can also notice here, Bill worked hard so he would be promoted. I can take out that because I have a subject. This is understood. Bill worked so hard, he had to be promoted. Jill studies regularly so she can beat the boys. Jill is so smart, all the boys are afraid of her. Okay? In all these cases, you can take out that. It's understood. There are many examples of clauses that you can take out the conjunction that or the pronoun that because you have your subject. So that that can come out. Why this lesson is important to understand? In writing, you have to be correct in the way you use so that, or so adjective, adverb that. Here, by the way, so smart adjective, so hard, worked so hard, adverb. Both okay. Adjective, adverb with so. Okay, my friends, that was all for today's lesson. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can ask your questions in the comment section. And of course, come back. See you again. Bye.